Hi, welcome back to Backstage 360. I'm Kelly Bennett, and we've got the guys from Dos Amigos who just popped by. Thank you so much. We got Michael and Gabriel. Wow! And they've got a band, Dos Amigos. Tell us a little bit about, before we get to Dos Amigos, you've been friends for how long?
About 34 years, since 1990.
And what did you guys do 34 years ago? What were you?
Well, we started at Yamaha Guitars together.
Okay.
So we were doing a lot of cool international travel for endorsing Yamaha guitars, and that's how we met. And then we just started slowly talking about doing a project.
So you both were guitar players in your own right.
Yeah.
Correct.
And who were you playing guitars with? Just yourself, or how did that happen?
I put out a solo record in 1990.
Okay.
And it was received pretty good. So Yamaha was flying me all over the place to promote it, and it went pretty good. So, and then same with him. He was playing with a lot of different bands and sessions. And
Darn, tell us about your story. What happened there?
Yes, same. Started out a lot of guitar clinics in the early days and touring for hire, bands for hire, original bands, a lot of session work, a lot of composing as well for TV and film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys became friends 34 years ago and
Yep.
just kind of business the business. And then how long ago did you all get together and said, hey, let's do this? How long ago was that?
It's been a minute. I mean, I think we've played on and off together for many years,
Yeah.
but we haven't really decided to formally put it together in a project until recently. So.
And how recent was that?
well, we've been playing for a couple of decades,
Right.
and writing, and now we're dropping the single and the video next month.
Well, I need to know, how in the world did you come up with the name Dos Amigos? Oh!
Yeah, two friends, but it's a very twisted project. So we thought you're getting your dose, the dose of us. It made sense.
Yeah, because the dose is spelled D-O-S-E,
Yep.
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So, Dos,
Amigos, you got it.
Yep.
explain a little bit about what your music sounds like and what you aim. I mean, what are you doing? What's the whole premise behind it?
Got it. Well, it's a huge mix, right? We're saying we got everything. There's a lot of surf in there, a lot of metal in there, bluegrass. What else? Some country.
Yep. Just a guitar extravaganza like no other.
The best way to put it.
Yeah.
Guitar extravaganza.
Yep.
And you both play the guitar.
Correct.
Both dual guitar, harmony leads, harmony vocals, and it's a foot stomping extravaganza.
Wow.
It's been referred to from some people as hoe down, get down. You know, that's one term this is done.
Hoe down, get down. Okay.
So,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, obviously it's dosamigos.com with an E on the Dos,
Yep.
D-O-S-E.
and Instagram as well. You can find us there, Dos
Yeah,
Amigos.
Facebook, Instagram,
Yep.
all of the above.
What inspires you? What kind of music do you listen to?
Gosh, everything.
Yeah,
really.
we like so many styles. That's kind of why we are excited about this project. We plan on trying to dig into about every style we can, and do it well. That's the thing. We don't want to just do it as a,
Okay.
kind of for fun. We want to be, if we want to put out a folk song, it's going to be good. We're not just
Mamas
joking.
and the papas, huh?
We're not joking. So if it's a techno metal stomp, then it's going to be good. If we're going to do a Doc Watson
Wow.
song, it's going to be legit. That's what we want to do.
The funny thing is that I can just see the magazines, and where do they put this group?
Right.
What genre do we go under?
Right.
Do you ever get that?
Oh, we will be getting that, but I think we could probably just go back to extravaganza, where if we're going to trademark this style extravaganza,
And I know we talked prior to, and we were talking about types of guitars that you guys use. So give a little smidge of what the actual guitars that you actually use.
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead?
Well, we started at Yamaha, and we were very young, so we hadn't really experienced all the different brands yet. So we both kind of moved on to Strats and Tellys, because we had never done that before. Then we moved on to the Gibsons, the Gretsch. So we like to check out all the different sounds that you can get for every guitar. So we don't really, we don't know where we're going to go as far as an endorsement goes yet. you know.
But you'll try any guitar, steel guitars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we play lap steel, resonator guitars.
Wow.
Everything, acoustic, electric.
Mandolins, ukuleles, and all electrics, 12 strings.
You can play a ukulele too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be
Just when I'm feeling especially cute, you know.
Okay, so what's next for Dos Amigos? I know you said you got a song out, right?
Yeah, we're going to put out the song and video next month,
Okay.
and it's called Dos Amigos.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all on YouTube and
It's going to be everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, right now we're just shoring up some promotional and publicist type things because we want to really make a good attempt at putting it out. We really believe in the material. There's a lot of influencers out there that they do a lot of cool playing, but they're not focusing on their originals, and we are.
Yeah.
It's all about our originals first.
Yeah.
Everything comes second.
Well, do you think isn't that kind of important for a lot of people? Because I work with a lot of bands in the PR world, and a lot of them, they have their own original music, but they always go back to doing something that people can sing along with because they know it already. Yeah. Do you find that popular in some way of some sort? Well, until they get to know that person's music.
Yeah, well, we're not against doing covers, that's for sure. Yeah. I love working on covers, but our first, we're not going to do any covers for a while. Okay. So it's all going to be originals. We really believe in our music. Yeah. And we're very excited for the world to hear it.
You gotta put that foot down, draw that line in the sand, and just do it, because obviously it's the confidence between the two of you that was going to get this out, definitely.
Yeah. And it's a serious project, but we also like to poke fun of ourselves. So.
And how do you do that?
You'll see in the video.
You'll hear and see.
You'll know.
Oh man. Okay.
Sometimes we do a little song and dance. Let's just say.
Okay. Okay. Well, you heard it. We're going to see them singing and dancing. So we can go to dosamigos.com to find out more information.
DOSE.
Right.
Amigos.com.
Okay. And all social media with the DOSE.
Same thing. The Dose.
The Dose. Well, you've heard it here. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
It was wonderful learning about you.
Thank you so much.
And make sure you go to dosamigos.com and follow them on social media, and you're going to watch them singing and dancing. Thank you so much for watching. We're Backstage 360. We'll be back with more interviews.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Backstage 360. I am Kelly Bennett. We've been doing a lot of interviews here at NAMM 2025 in Anaheim, California, and I want to tell you, talking to this guy just a few minutes ago, hearing his story, wait till you meet him. His name is Joe, is it Levister? Levister. And he's with a company called Felton USA, and they are a bass making company.
Yes.
Manufacturer. And he's got quite the story, because I just didn't think he was just a regular rep from a bass company. But he actually, do you cut down the trees too?
So we don't cut down the trees. We've got some really great suppliers that harvest and farm, because a lot of the woods that we use were cut down 30 years ago.
Okay.
And
so this man makes the bass guitars.
yes.
He literally cuts them, sands them.
So we get everything in that is that's essentially processed lumber, and it's in rough sizes. So we'll get it in. We'll run it through our drying process to make sure that the moisture content's great and exactly where we need it to be. We lose a certain percentage of the wood because we stress it out so much to get the moisture content down. But whenever we lose those woods, it was firewood anyway, because if it doesn't survive the stress test essentially from the drying process, then it wasn't going to make a perfect instrument anyway. So therefore, we didn't want it anyway. So if it's going to fail, we force it to fail before it becomes a bass.
Okay. So we've talked to a few bass and guitar companies here at NAMM. What was, I thought, special about your basses is that he only makes like 50 a year. Is that right?
That's correct. So we make about 50 a year. So a slow year for us is about 25, and then a full year is we cut off our orders after we hit 50. So.
Okay. So tell me what the difference is that your bass brings to the marketplace.
I genuinely believe it's attention to detail. Whenever you get down to building a great instrument, everything starts with looking at moisture content, making sure that the woods all speak to each other. Everything's a marriage. So if you got a husband and a wife and they don't speak with each other, it's not going to be a good marriage. So you got to have communication between the wood and the lumber. We do several things throughout the process to ensure that everything vibrates and moves together and speaks together. So really, I think it just comes down to attention to detail on those really early steps into creating the instrument, because if you do it up front, then the back end, it just pays off.
So, okay, I got to go backwards now. What made you want to make a bass?
So I started off building guitars, and I built guitars for several years and kind of got to a point where I was burnt out. I was just tired of doing it, and one of my really good friends called me up and said, man, before you get rid of all your stuff, build me a bass. And I said, all right, fine, I'll do it. And I built the bass, and the guy got it, and he said, man, this is literally one of the best basses I've ever played. And I was like, just stop, you're messing with me. And he wasn't, he was serious. So he told all of his buddies about it, and they called in and ordered instruments, and they told their friends, and really up to this point, up until this year, everything's really been word of mouth.
Wow.
And we pretty much max out our builds every single year for the last 3 or 4 years now. So.
How long ago did you open up this company?
So I started Felton in 2019.
Okay.
So we're 6 years old this year.
No. I'll rephrase that. When did you start making basses?
I started building guitars. In general, I started building about 10 years ago.
Okay.
So I've been building for about 10 years, and we started producing basses exclusively producing basses about 6 years ago.
Okay.
So.
And this is your first time at NAMM, because I could tell by your eyes and your smile.
This is my first time at NAMM. I've been wanting to come here since I was a kid, and I'm on cloud 9 right now, man. I'm floating. So.
Oh my gosh. And so you don't actually have a booth for Felton USA basses, but you're with a string company, correct?
Yes, we're out here with Aurora Strings invited us out. We exclusively use their strings on our basses at this point.
Okay.
They're great. We've been through a bunch of string companies, and they're really about the best one that we've been able to find at this point. And then we're also out here. I got to meet up with Lauren Scott with Ashen amps.
Yeah.
So we're in the process of really hooking in with them as well. And so he's got a bass that's being built for him right now as well. So
Incredible.
So we're excited.
So what do you think of NAMM so far?
Oh man, I'm in heaven, bro. I'll come back next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I love it.
Have you sold many basses?
We've sold some. We only brought about 6 basses with us, so we've sold some. We still got a few that are available. So
you're making some deals and networking too.
Oh, absolutely. So we've got a show discount on the basses. They're getting played, so they're demos, but at the end of the day, they're great basses. So.
Wow. Okay, so where can everybody find you?
So Instagram is probably the best place. So we got Instagram is Felton USA. And then our website is feltonusa.com. And then you can find us on Facebook as well, Felton USA on there.
Felton.
Yes.
Felton. And how did you come up with the name?
So I named the company after my grandpa. So my grandfather was, his name's Felton, and he was the hardest working man I've ever met in my life. And
was he a bass player?
He wasn't a musician at all, actually. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. So I named everything after him. Hardest working man I ever met in my life. He was, he can work circles around me. He would come outside and just put me to shame. And that's what I wanted to build in reputation for my instruments is they're not just a beautiful instrument, but they are a workhorse, and you can put them to work, you can take them around the world, and they would do exactly what you need and want them to do on a very consistent basis.
Awesome.
So,
well, he's probably looking down, very proud of you.
He would be giggling like a kid. I swear.
I know you are giggling like a kid.
I am. Like I said, I'm on cloud 9. So.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by, and congratulations to you with all your success. And have a great show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for the interview.
And thank you for watching Backstage 360. We'll be back with more interviews. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Kelly Bennett with Backstage 360. We are at NAMM 2025 in Anaheim, California. And walking around here, I found Bobby Gray. He is a musician, singer, songwriter, and he's got an amazing history, but also what's coming up for him. Bobby, thank you so much for being here.
I'm loving being here. This is like going to high school reunion for me. I see so many people.
I'm sure, because with your history, you probably know a lot of people here.
I do, and it's people I haven't seen in years, in decades sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about those decades. You got started in music at how old?
7.
7, and how
I
was
started songwriting at 4, but I started my instrument at 7.
4?
I went pro when I was 11.
4 years of age.
Yes.
What song did you write when you were 4?
I wrote a cowboy song. I can't even remember it.
Okay, and so you were 7, you started your musical career, obviously, or 11, you did something?
11, I went pro. I started a surfing band, a surfing rock band. We went to Capitol Records, recorded. We nosedove. The Beach Boys beat us out.
Okay, so what was that band called?
That band was called The Rivals.
Aww.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, how fun. So you had the surf tone before the Beach Boys, actually.
No, they were there first, but I kind of caught that bug. I became actually a pro surfer as I got older and started surfing really seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you win any competitions?
I didn't win anything big pro. I won a lot of amateur competitions, but professionally, I was mediocre.
Well, let's talk about your music career with those bands that we were talking about prior to the interview. Those were some pretty iconic bands. Let's tell our audience.
I played with the Rolling Clones, and we were the first Rolling Stones tribute. There was no tribute bands when we started in 1972.
Okay.
And it was a little paranoid. We were going to get sued by Jagger, but it turned out he loved it.
Okay.
And yeah, it was really cool. I joined the Dick Dale band. I toured with him for a while, the king of the surf guitar. But I also was playing jazz as a youth, and blues and rock and roll, of course.
Okay.
And I was always following like Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin and people like that, and singing that stuff. I also got the opportunity to sing Nose to Nose with Tina Turner in front of 20,000 screaming fans. That was a complete surprise.
Where was that?
The Newport Pop Festival.
Oh my gosh.
In 1976, I believe, or 75. But yeah, and then I sang with Big Mama Thornton a little bit.
Okay.
I got to jam with Elvin Bishop a little, and Anita Pointer from the Pointer Sisters.
Well, no wonder you know a lot of people here.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate.
Wow, because of those icons, they also have a group around them, and their engineers and their musicians.
Yeah, I actually recorded with Elton John's current bass player, Matt Bissonette, and his wife, Sharia Bissonette. She's a wonderful singer, sang the lead in Pocahontas in London. And Greg's brother also played drums with me, and he plays drums with Ringo Starr, has for 15 years now.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate.
Wow.
I'm grateful, thank you, God.
So what are we doing today? Are you obviously still in the music business, and you have a band, or are you doing stuff?
I'm writing right now with a 21-year-old musical savant named Max Henry. I call him King Max Henry because he can play King Crimson to a T. He's a professional drummer, keyboard player, bass player, and guitarist, and singer. He sings like Steve Perry. He's 21 years old, and we're writing songs as fast as we can, and we're just really clicking.
Okay.
The thing is, I've been writing songs for the last 4 years now that are kind of blowing up worldwide with the youth, with people under 17 and 18. And I'm really surprised. My wife's surprised.
Are you on TikTok?
I am.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had hundreds of thousands of downloads on a lot of my original music. But now I just met this Max Henry about 3 months ago, and we just are clicking. The chemistry's amazing. It's like there's no age difference, you know, and it's all for the music.
Oh my gosh.
And we're focusing on authenticity because there's so much digital background noise, compression, and things going on. And the kids are kind of tired of it. You see them buying vinyl and even going back to CDs and stuff. So I'm writing songs about authenticity. In fact, I just wrote a song called Authentic City.
Oh, wow.
With Max.
Okay.
So it'll be released probably in about a month.
Okay.
But yeah, we have a lot going on. And I have a big show at the Coach House Concert Hall.
Well, before we go into that, where can we find the music with this King guy?
BobbyGrayMusic.com.
Okay.
Or you can find me on YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, everything.
It's Bobby with a Y, B-O-B-B-Y, and Gray with an A, G-R-A-Y.
Correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And so he will be on your website? This King guy?
Yeah, there's a few photos of him,
Okay.
but not yet. It's so new.
Oh my gosh.
It's like 3 weeks old. He'll be
This
here
is an
tomorrow with me,
exclusive.
actually.
This is an exclusive right here.
It's pretty cool. You know,
Wow.
I mean, we both see that music needs something.
Yeah,
You know, there's something lacking right now.
yeah.
There was a renaissance back when I was in my prime, back in the 60s, late 60s. And right now, music is kind of floating around. You know, it's not really a focus on anything definite, except for maybe rap and, you know, a little bit of the pop that's going on. But it's not, there's a lot of tracks going on, there's a lot of auto-tune,
Yeah.
there's a lot of, you know, correction in the music.
And AI.
It's not authentic.
Yeah, talk
That's-
about AI in the music
That's
industry.
going to be my next album,
Yeah.
Authenticity.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk about the Coach House and your upcoming show.
Yes, I'm playing a headline show on Sunday, April 13th. It's going to be a 9-piece band. It's a 2-hour rock show. It is halfway to selling out. It'll be sold out soon.
Wow.
If you'd like to go, you can contact me at bobbygraymusic.com or the Coach House.
Okay.
Coach House Concert Call, San Juan Capistrano.
Right.
It's an amazing band. I have 2 female vocalists that are both leaders of their own bands. One of them has 1 million followers, Lola Christine. The other one is Charlotte LaRue. She's a lead singer in a heavy metal band, but she's also a lead singer in a Guns N' Roses cover band,
Wow.
tribute band.
Wow.
And she's amazing. I have 2 great saxophonists. Julie Sax is one of them. Eldon Lozada is another one. I have Keston Barker playing guitar, who used to play with the Bus Boys.
Okay.
And he's just amazing. He plays like Jimi Hendrix and, you know,
Yeah. Wow.
all amazing people.
Oh.
And also I have Bernie Percy on drums. He used to tour with Edgar Winter, Eric Burden, Walter Trout, and Olivia Newton-John.
Okay.
So it's a band full of really great musicians.
Yeah.
And I hope some of you people will come.
Sounds like a great show. And again, it's Sunday, April 13th at the Coach House. You can go to thecoachhouse.com for information, or go to Bobby Gray Music,
Yes.
BobbyGrayMusic.com for more information, and follow him because he's got some really cool stuff coming up with this savant guy.
It's pretty exciting.
That King what?
I call him King Max.
King
Henry.
Max. I'm going to remember that, King Max. Well, Bobby, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for all the music that you've done and your history. This is amazing. Have a great NAMM.
I'm very grateful for this interview. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
And thank you for watching. We'll be up with more interviews, so don't go away.
Thank you, folks.